Boy, I'm glad I didn't go behind you. Your ass pack is on upside down. Dirt's good.
Yeah, I know. I'm back at Jarrod's. I've been coming here a lot this year. I really like the place and it's close enough for a day trip. But I had a plan today. My plan was to do the biggest jumps I've ever done in my life. There's a jump line here called Kids Eat Free. It sort of parallels senior discount. And the last couple jumps, the last 2 jumps on it, are bigger than I've ever done. Late last summer, I spent a day riding through there, and I did almost all the jumps except the last 2. I just couldn't pull the trigger. But after riding high with some confidence from last weekend, checking off a bunch of new things, and my jumping's been pretty good, I feel like today's the day. So we do this little warm-up lap. The plan is to get warmed up good. It's going to be tough because I think the high for the day wound up being 39 degrees, and it was extremely windy. And that was my first clue right there. If you want to get an idea of the size of the jumps, you can see them coming up right here on your right. They're big. And here on the right is the last one in the jump line. It's massive. Unfortunately, as we go by, I look over to look at the windsock because it has its own and it is standing straight out. Either way, we're going to continue to warm up, and I needed to clean up some lines on double wide. Last week's video had it in there, it was all new, but I was missing some lines, and I'm still missing a few towards the bottom, but we'll get those straightened out eventually too. But I wanted to burn through here and see if I could get that big double before the whoop section.
Oh boy. There's dirt in my goggles.
After checking the windsock again and seeing it gusting straight out, kind of like before, I decided I would just go back and do some of the things I did last weekend for the first time and see if I could just do them running straight through, so off the backwoods we go.
See what I'm saying? I struggle to get out there. Boy, I'm glad I didn't go behind you. Woohoo!
It's pretty obvious to me that I'm not warmed up. I'm not riding right. I can't get loose. And it makes sense. Everybody else seemed to be struggling too. Mason here in front of me, he's a ripper, man, and he's much younger than me. I think he's 25, 26, and he's struggling a little bit too, and we just couldn't get warmed up.
Dude, I landed the wood drop and jumped straight in the back seat. And I was like, hey. I think just the warm-up thing, you know?
Yeah.
Your ass pack is on upside down.
That's why you were off.
In case it felt weird to you. Well, we figured it out.
Yeah. It's my first time. Oh my God, my bike feels so much better now. I think you can override this trail. I know you didn't hear that. I think you can override this trail, Mason.
Yeah, I think so too. I think that's part of a problem.
Yeah. Let's roll.
Get clipped in this time.
Yeah, get clipped in this time, Mason. Is it your first day? Yep. I was a damn mess.
After this lap, it became obvious I'm not going to get to ride Kids Eat Free today. It was open, and I'm sure some guys were riding it, but with it being my very first time to do it, I was not comfortable trying to do it in heavy wind, and it was very windy, very cold. Starting to loose up and ride good, but we decided to bust some more laps and then try to get some clips from the side. Hey, check this out. It turned out pretty cool. After we did that, of course, we got to get a solid rundown senior discount. Probably the best small jump line at the park. And just like that, the day's almost over. We're going to take a quick trip down Armucci back to the parking lot, and I'm going to try to get those 2 gaps that I got for the first time last week. The first one I got on our first pass down Armucci earlier today when we went to the parking lot. The second one I passed on. It's a little softer, a little boggier in front of it than it was last week. Armucci Express might be a green trail, but it is a super fun trail, and it really changed the park because you can take this trail back to the shuttle pickup, or you can stay on it and go all the way to the parking lot with very little pedaling. If you don't want to, you can just pump and corner your way down it. You don't even really have to pedal. It's super great, and it really changes the park. Plus, it's got this big gap coming up at the end.
I think my bike is quieter. I took all my cables out, put fresh foam the whole length of the cable, and hopefully it's a little bit quieter on the chatter. We'll see. It sounds good to me, but the camera's different.
Now for this big gap.
It wasn't the day I wanted, but it was the day I got. And it was a good day. I'm always thankful. We'll be back soon. Maybe. We'll see you here.